Someone said to look at the number one Talon knife. Talon knife fade. Quadruple O float. Number one float. Just unboxed today. And it's max fade. Pattern 412. Wow. Guys, if you're unaware, fades can go from 80 to 100%, right? Max fade 100%. We all know this. But what's interesting is that with patterns, it's exactly 1 in 1,000 chance for each pattern. On skins that you can trade up for, it's 1 in 1,001. But for knives, it's 1 in 1,000 because you can't trade up to them. That is, I mean, I could try to calculate the odds on this, but it's 1 in 1,000 times like the probability of this. Oh man, it is unbelievable. Number one float, and it's also the number one fade. Before that, it was double low float, which is already insane. But the chances of getting a low float, I mean, it's actually not that rare on a fade, just because of how the float cap works, 0 to 0.08. It means that it's very heavily leaning towards lower fades. But either way, that's still insane to see. That's still unbelievably insane. This float is wild. It's absolutely wild. It's rarer than a knife to get something that good. Let's see what it looks like. Jesus. I wonder how much something like that would go for. Just over 2 years ago, the best Karambit Fade in the game sold for 25,000 USD. Today, the best Talon Fade was registered on CS Float, which is not only the number one low float, but also is the best possible fade pattern. 412. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I could see that going for millions. A few months after the perfect Karambit Fade, an identical one was unboxed. This one was sold for months, sold after months for only 8K. 25K was simply an absolute exorbitant price. It will be similar to the Talon. It is a similar price range of 6 to 8K. Guys, this is the owner of like the number one MP9 Wild Lily, I believe. So he knows his floats. Huh. Bro, I feel like having this is such a fashion statement though. It's such a teller of what kind of collector you are. You pull up with the number one pattern, number one float Talon Fade. It's wild. It's wild.